Hello students, welcome back to the EVS class. I am your EVS teacher. Today we are going to start our next chapter, chapter number 2. Name is All of Us Grow. About the chapter, you have already learned about the mother-child relationship and the importance of sensitivity towards people around you. In this chapter, you will get a basic idea how we grow and how our sense organs determine our likes and dislikes. Okay students, यहाँ पे आज हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? चाइल्ड और मम्मा के रिलेशनशिप के बारे में एंड अपने सेंस ऑर्गन्स के बारे में कि हमें किसका हग या किसके साथ हमें रहना अच्छा लगता है और किसका हग और किसके साथ रहना हमें अच्छा नहीं लगता. Our first topic is, have you ever observed a baby? A baby cannot speak, eat, sit or stand. It depends on its mother for all its needs. A mother has the natural ability to understand the needs of her baby. A baby communicates by crying or through facial expressions. Babies usually cry when they are uneasy, wet or hungry. Babies usually cry when they are uneasy, wet or hungry. A baby grows to become a child. How do we grow? The growth in our body is natural. Eating food helps in growth and development. How does it happen? Our body is made up of millions of cells. These cells keep growing bigger till they divide into two. With time, these cells divide to become 4 cells and this process continues. At one stage, our body starts destroying more cells than it makes. That is the stage when our body stops growing. It happens between the age of 16 to 22. After that, we do not grow any taller. Now, come on the topic, do you know? Have you ever observed a baby? When does the baby cry the loudest? What does it do when it's hungry? How can we measure our height? Height is measured in inches, centimeters and feet. Stand straight against a wall. Your father or mother can put a mark on the wall by keeping a ruler straight on your head in a horizontal position. Then measure the distance between the floor and the point marked on the wall. The distance measured is our height. Measure your height every year. That is the best way to keep a track of your growth. We can also take a doctor's help to measure our height and weight. Common units for measuring weight are gram and kilogram. 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. Now, do you know? How tall are you? Who is the tallest member in your family? Who is the shortest in your family? What is your weight? Our next topic is, why do we have different likes and dislikes? Our sense organs help us to hear, see, taste, smell and feel things around us. We all have similar sense organs that perform the same functions, but our brain senses them differently. That is the reason why we have different likes and dislikes. Our likes and dislikes in food and clothing may be like some of our family members or may be entirely different. They are determined by our environment, taste, exposure, tradition and our mental state. When our sense organ sense something, the inform is carried to the brain by the sensory nerves. The sensory nerves send messages to the brain. When our sense organ sends something, the information is carried to the brain by the sensory nerves. The sensory nerves send messages to the brain. The brain then processes the messages. After that, it sends commands through motor nerves to the body parts to act accordingly. Stimulates sense organ. Sensory nerves send messages. Brain receives and processes messages. It forms responses. Motor nerves carry commands for reaction. Body parts reaction. Look at the draw, students. देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, हमने कुछ थिंक किया, स्टिमुलेट किया, हमारे सेंस ऑर्गन को समझ में, सेंस ऑर्गन ब्रेन को भेजा, ब्रेन ने मोटर नर्वस को, मोटर नर्वस की तरफ से फिर बॉडी पार्ट्स गया, फिर हम रिएक्ट करते हैं। जैसे अगर somebody, कोई भी अगर आपको पिंच करता है तो आपका रिएक्शन क्या होगा? आह, वैसे ही। नाउ लेट्स मूव दी फर्दर. Let's read about the various reasons due to which we sense things differently. First one is family background. Members of a family, besides sharing physical features and other characteristics, also share many likes and dislikes. Children of musician parents will tend to show interest and talent in music. Likewise, children of parents who are actors will show interest in acting. Children of a vegetarian family are usually vegetarians. They do not have a liking for non-vegetarian food. Second topic is cultural and regional background. People with different culture and regional backgrounds have different likes and dislikes. Punjabis like to eat fried and spicy foods. Gujaratis generally put sugar in their dishes. People who do not eat garlic and non-vegetarian food do not like the sight of it, whereas those who eat meat are very fond of these smells and find it aromatic. Third point is state of mind. Our mental state also determines our likes and dislikes. During vacations, we enjoy music, playing games, and watching television. But during examination days, we try and stay away from the loud music and restricted our playtime and also stop watching television. Fourth one is occupation. The nature of our job also determines our likes and dislikes. But a passerby covers his or her nose because such smell is offending. We should not criticize the likes and dislikes and occupations of others. Do you know? Do you know the likes and dislikes of your friends? Compare your likes and dislikes with that of your friends. Ask a person who is vegetarian if she likes the smell of non-vegetarian food. Okay, next topic is why are some people special? All the body parts of a healthy person functions normally. There are some people whose certain sense organs or body part does not work, while some other sense organ becomes extra active. People who cannot see have an extraordinary sense of touch. People who cannot see are blind. People who cannot hear are said to be deaf, while people who cannot speak are said to be mute. Some children may have a weak brain or some other physical disability. These physically and mentally challenged children are special children. Special children need care and lots of love and attention. Even aged people need our care and love. Do you know any special child? How do you think you can help him, her? How do you take care of your grandparents? Now, other topic is how do blind people read? People who are blind read books written in a special script called Braille script. It is written on a thick paper by making of row of raised dots with a pointed tools. It is read by feeling the raised dots by rolling fingers on them. All the letters of Braille were made up of 1 to 6 dots. This alphabet was invented by a blind teacher, Louis Braille. Braille can be written using a special computer as well. Do you know some very capable physically challenged people? There are many physically challenged people who have attended great heights in spite of their handicaps. Helen Keller was a very brave woman. She became deaf and blind due to an illness when she was 18 months old. She was very intelligent and wanted to study. Her father appointed a teacher named Annie Sullivan. She began her special education in reading and writing with the help of her teacher. She learned to read Braille and to write with a specially constructed typewriter. She received her Bachelor of Arts degree in 1904, becoming the first deaf and blind person to earn a degree. Look at the picture, students. Helen Keller. Helen became a very famous author and speaker. She worked with soldiers who had been blinded by the war. She always encouraged blind people. She wrote many books like The Story of My Life, which is available in 50 languages. Keller died on June 1, 1968 at the age of 88. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking is a scientist who knows 7 languages. He has an incurable motor neuron disease due to which he is unable to speak. He needs a computer to speak to others. His lectures are highly sought after and his books are bestsellers. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award in the USA, on August 12, 2009 from the US President Barack Obama. Look at the picture of a student, Stephen Hawking. Now, next move. Do you know? Do you know someone who finds it difficult to walk or speak? How do you think physically challenged people handle their problems? Okay, now here we conclude our chapter with the remember points. A baby communicates by crying or through its facial expressions. A baby grows to become a child. We can keep a track of our growth by measuring our height regularly. We all have the same sense organ that perform the same functions, but our brains sense them differently. There are various reasons due to which we sense things differently. Family background, culture and regional background, state of mind and occupation are some of these reasons. Physically and mentally disabled children are called special children because they need special love and care. Blind people read through a special script called Braille. Helen Keller and Stephen Hawking are two special people who, in spite of their handicap, have achieved great feats in life. Okay, students, now here is end of the chapter and we will meet next chapter within next class. Okay, students, take care and bye. Keep study.